So it appears as though the world needs to pump the hate brakes for a little bit. Look, I don't speak for the U.S. government, but I do speak for what I feel like is a lot of people in the United States right now. We don't want war, period. And I know very few people are going to see this stream and are going to hear the first few words that I say here. And I do say that knowing full well that YouTube is part of whatever industrial complex that is going to make it so we go to war faster. Almost as though they are pretty well dead set on basically annihilating the entirety of the planet because, you know, heaven forbid, we should be able to live peaceful lives, you know. Almost like they want to speedrun the apocalypse. Heaven forbid they didn't get their way in the election, and now they want to speedrun literally ending the entire planet because they're upset. Which is literally what this is. Biden authorizing, and I know what I said about politics the other day, but this was kind of a political matter that kind of affects everything and everyone. So almost as though the deep state just can't, like, not try to kill everyone for their friggin' money, because they care more about their money than their own survival, apparently. They insist upon poking Russia more and causing more issues, therefore leading to the potential downfall of Western civilization at the hands of, well, you guessed it, nuclear warfare, because they're a bunch of fucking morons. Well, I got a news flash for you. Most United States citizens, myself included, don't give two rips about Russia, to be honest. We could care less about Ukraine, and yeah, it's not the issue that we are willing to die for. So maybe you should pump the brakes on the BS for once. Realize that you're leading the rest of us to effectively nuclear annihilation and knock it the fuck off. How about that? How about that? Maybe you and Russia, for the holiday season, right up until and after inauguration, you all just shut your chili holes, and this goes for Russia too, and Ukraine, shut your pie holes, enjoy sitting beneath a Christmas tree, or whatever the European, Ukrainian, or Russian equivalency is, and have a fucking fruitcake, for fuck's sake. Stop rattling the fucking sabers. Stop threatening nuclear war. We're sick of it. We're done. And you know what? To Zelensky and Biden, I have to say this. I think, personally, even though this is not exactly a call for violence, and it would probably absolutely get me banned for saying this, but I think by what you've done, by allowing Ukraine to use these weapons to strike into Russia, you absolutely are speedrunning the apocalypse because you don't give a shit, because you didn't get your way in the election. You know what that tells me? It tells me you're a coward. You're a coward who never should have served in office to begin with. And to the Russian end of this, you're just as much to blame. You're just as cowardly as they are. I don't want to hear it. I should be able to get on here, do my video games and my video game streams without seeing some stupid news article about more nuclear saber rattling and BS every time I want to do something. It would have been one thing if it was like once every year or once every like 10 years, right? Then we can all sit there, shrug, and say, okay, well, what can we do to remedy what has you mad? But this is going on a weekly friggin' thing, almost monthly thing, and we're kind of sick of hearing it. So, here's kind of what I think should happen. Donald Trump was elected president by the United States people and the Electoral College. Fine. Okay. If you're a United States general, at this point in time, I don't give a rip if President Biden is the president. He is actively trying to get us all killed by effect committing treason. against the United States people. You have a duty to stand down and not obey what he says at this particular point. And you know what? I think the Secret Service should absolutely place him under him and his cabinet under emergency arrest pending a congressional investigation into impeachment proceedings. Absolutely. And Kamala Harris too. Because you're willing to speedrun us right straight to death. Absolutely. I would say this qualifies as one of those emergency things that we're gonna have, that we should probably stomach. Even if it is just this one frelling time. So I don't know about y'all, but dying by nuclear fire is not really in my cards, so to speak. And I'm really sick and tired, absolutely disgusted, rather, by the fact that we have a doddering old man who's being controlled by a military-industrial complex that doesn't give a rip if we live to see tomorrow, but just wants their friggin' money. You know what? Screw your money. Screw you and screw everything you stand for. I think you absolutely should be the first to go. And you know what? If the Russians invade, I hope it's just for a day. I hope they don't touch anything else in this country, but I hope they take you prisoner, to which I'm going to sit here, shrug, and say, well, good, keep them. We don't want them back. How about that? How about that? You want to know where you stand on our priority list? You stand 0. You stand so low with the bar. The bar is so low, it's underground. That's how low the bar is. It is nearly physically impossible to not step over the bar, yet you still continue to dig deeper. Every last one of your pathetic, disgusting individuals, and I sure hope to God that something happens. I don't know what, but I hope karma comes back and bites you in the ass. How about that? We'll just use karma, because I can't say what I really want to say without actually actively being banned. You all are fucking disgusting, pathetic creatures who need to disappear for good. God, I wish we could tar and feather people. And to those of you who don't know what that is, go grab a history book. Oh yeah, I gotta get my chat up here. And no, I don't want it there. No, every last one of you swamp creatures can just go back. Go crawl back under the rock from whence you came, for all we care. We're done letting you try to destroy our fucking world that we're having a good time in. Maybe not the best of times, and that is mostly because of the same people that are causing this, by the way. And it's sickening. It's absolutely disgusting. We shouldn't have to live like this. That goes for us, Russia, Ukraine, China, Europe. North Koreans should not be drafted to fight in a war between Russia and Ukraine. Period. Bar none. Just like we shouldn't be sending American resources over to Ukraine. It's not our fucking fight. Oh, but it has tactical strategic advantages. Yeah, they're not worth the fucking issue, dude. Okay? Point of fact, you used the CIA to supplant the former corrupted, albeit corrupt, administration of Ukraine to put Zelensky in power, and then you've been using him as a puppet in your own share of corruption to try to control and manipulate the situation in Ukraine to try to make a war with Russia so you can make your trillions of dollars off of the deaths of possibly billions. Every last one of you, no. this is the one time I'm going to say it, I think we need to have The Hague commit to a war tribunal that you've committed war crimes, and are in the process of trying to further those war crimes by causing the deaths of billions to line your own pockets. That's what I think. And I think, you know what, I really do believe this. I believe most of the Americans would watch you get hauled off, wash their hands, and say, I wash my hands of this. Absolutely. Every last one of you. And you know what? Most of the soldiers that would supposedly have to defend you from this would probably stand there and say, yeah, no, you had it coming. Absolutely. This is disgusting and despicable. You're launching targets, you're launching missiles, and using land, and potentially authorizing a country to use landmines inside Russia's homeland, basically. You're the problem. You are literally being the problem right now. You're the reason that I won't be able to have a peaceful Christmas with my daughter, and you know what? That has me pissed off. If you're going to be the reason that I don't get to see my kid for Christmas because I have to go fight in some stupid war that's going to lead to nuclear Armageddon, you know what? I'm not going to fucking fight. I'll just go to jail. How about that? I'll just sit in jail. Or better yet, I'll just go build a bunker in the mountains, and I'll put myself in my own jail, and every last one of you can blow each other up. How about that? I'll take my family, and we'll just disappear, and you can enjoy the nuclear winter. How about that? I am so done. I'm supposed to have a peaceful, good video game stream, and I have to go rattle off on this BS because, you know, heaven forbid, we should actually be able to have a peaceful moment in this friggin' world without you twat monkeys causing issues. You're worse than kids. Like, literally, I'd rather deal with a 3-year-old than any one of you. Holy crap. And you can say, oh, you're being emotional, blah, blah, blah. No, well, I probably should be being emotional, but you know what? I'm not being emotional. I'm being purely logical here. If you want to cause a fight, you and your family get to be put on the front line. How about that? How about we just do that again? How about we go back to, if you want to start a war, why don't we do what Donald Trump said to Liz Cheney? You get to go to the front line. How about we do that? Why don't we do that? Why don't we just take all the bureaucrats who want to cause these issues, and if they want to start a war, we send them out to the front line. They want to lead a war, they can lead from the front lines, just like a real soldier, a real leader is supposed to do. How about that? Let's do that instead. And yes, that goes for Joseph Biden. If you're so dead set convinced that this war is the right way to go, then you can go to the front line and you can do the fighting your damn self. How about that? Stop lining up people and kids in other countries to die for your profit. If you want to make money off of that conflict, you go fight it. You and your family can march right on over to Ukraine, and you can fight it yourself. Oh, but I control the military. I'm the president of the United States. I don't give a rip if you're God. And yes, I'm aware that's blasphemy. Thank you for pointing out the obvious. You have a Christian committing blasphemy, which, by the way, actually it isn't blasphemy because God himself has already said that the one fight that he's responsible for, he's going to fight his damn self, and the rest of us just get to stand there and watch. So you know what? You like to claim you're a Catholic? Do what God would do. Do what Christ would do. Go fight your own war yourself. Sick of the shit. Oh, you're just an uninformed chud. Yeah, fuck you, dude. I don't care if you call me an uninformed chud. You know what? I'd rather be an uninformed chud that's alive and enjoying the outdoors rather than being stuck inside some nuclear bunker for the next 50 years while the government tries to figure out how they're going to clean it up, let alone whether they can or not. And yes, I would very much rather be fat and happy in my own home, minding my own business, playing my video games, getting fucking obese as hell, than have you morons send our kids, our grandkids off to the next World War. Because it puts money in your pocket. I don't care about your pocket. My family doesn't care about your pocket. Nor does anyone else's. I've got a newsflash for you. Your paycheck doesn't matter worth a shit to us, nor should it. We'll make this quite simple for you. To every politician who wants to sit there and spout off that they want to start World War III, okay, good. You get to go to the front of the line. Not just you, but your kids. We're going to make an exemption for age and disability and illness in the military because you wanted to do it, and now you get to go fight. Congratulations. You got your war, and now you get to be at the front lines. You wanted to know how we really feel about this stuff? Congratulations. You've inspired a response. Every last one of you clowns can sit there and say, oh, you can't do that to us, we're politicians. This country was founded on a war over a 3% tax. You boneheads are taxing us at ratios of 12 to 30%. And now you want to start a nuclear war? I'm thinking we need to bring back tar and feathers. How's that for a response? You think we won't force you into the front lines? Hell, I'm of a mind, and I shouldn't be able to say this on YouTube, and I probably can't, but I'm going to say it anyway. I'm of a mind that if you don't want to go, we say too friggin' bad, load you up in a fucking truck in a friggin' burlap sack and send your ass anyway. How about that? How about that? You want to send us to die? You want to try to get our country fucking wiped off the map, or part of it wiped off the map, because you can't keep your war boner in your pants? Guess what? You get to go commit war on your own, while the rest of us can stay home. Pretty sure Putin would be very amenable to that. Because let's face it, it's not the American public that he has a fucking issue with, it's you. It's always been you. We've just kept our mouth shut about the issue because we figured that eventually you'd smarten the fuck up. Boy, were we wrong. And if you're absolutely stupid enough to authentically support this fucking stupidity, you're part of the damn problem. I said it. I said the thing that's probably going to get me in trouble with some of my family. I don't really give a fuck. I don't give a damn because my kids should not have to die in a war that they had no business being in the first damn place. I should not have to go to war, period, because I have a heart condition. It's not a major one, but it was enough for the military to say, nah, sorry, back in 2009, nah, sorry, we can't take you in. Apparently, a heart palpitation is considered an irregularity, was considered an irregularity that could cost you, the chance to serve in the military. Shocker, right? At least that's what my recruiter told me when I tried to sign up. Whether he was right or wrong is irrelevant. It's what I was told, and it's what basically shaped the entirety of my modern life today. And you know what? Thank fucking God he did. I can't believe I'm saying that about the most traumatic experience in my life as far as my career making, my decisions about my careers went. I can't believe I'm saying that about the military, but thank God that recruiter put a stop to me joining, because it's disgusting. It's not even the military anymore. It's a circus. It's a circus run by a bunch of clowns who just really don't care who dies at this point, and I'm sick of watching it. And worse yet, I'm even more disgusted at the fact that it has to be a part of our lives because they want to speedrun the apocalypse. No, that is unacceptable and untenable. And I think I'll probably be getting a hold of my senator, that would be Susan Collins, to discuss this matter because this is absolutely ridiculous. You clowns might want to speedrun the apocalypse all that you want, but I have friends and family in this world that I actually give a shit about more than I do your profits. I voted for Donald Trump because I saw him as a way to out this BS and potentially, maybe, stop it from getting any worse. And now you guys just want to exacerbate the problem because you didn't get what you wanted, which was another 4 years of Joe Biden. And because of that, all of a sudden, we're the bad guys. I've had enough of this good guy, bad guy bullshit. And I'm not the only one who's had enough of it. So is the rest of the damn planet. So moving forward, I personally will be taking a policy of, I don't give a shit what the military has to say about anything anymore. They can come knock on my door and say I have to serve. I'm sit there flipping the fucking bird and tell them to fuck off. And I don't give a damn if it does mean life in prison. How's about that? And this isn't advice for anyone. This is just my personal opinion. Just so, you know, so you don't get conflated that I'm trying to call any sort of frigging issue like that. No. No. Y'all can do what you want. And you shouldn't be looking to me for you know... Look, if you have daddy issues, you should not be looking to me for approval. That's for damn sure. I'm the last person that you should be doing that. What I will tell you is this, I'm not fighting in your fucking wars. Nor are my kids. And if you intend to take my kids for your bullshit, you're gonna have to go through me. And you very well might go through me like shit through a tin horn. I don't give a fuck. At least then I can say I did everything I could to keep your bullshit agenda off of my fucking kids. And when I sit before God, and I'm judged for my actions, I get to sit there and with my head held high and say, that may be true, but my kids didn't fight that war. And to my future generations who do decide to fight a war, that is your decision to make. I wish you the best of luck in your endeavors. Not a decision I would have made personally. But I do assume that the situation definitely called for it. And I also assume, I'm going to assume that you felt justified in your actions. That's a time and a place far removed from where I am right now. And there are some things that even I would fight for too. There's some things that I would actively stand up to my government for, too. And right now, starting an unnecessary war that doesn't need to happen is one of those things that I'm willing to absolutely stand up for. Just like I'm willing to stand up for the whole miscategorization of miscarriages. That is absolutely repugnant. An abortion is when you terminate a fetus. A miscarriage is when you remove an already stillborn, an unborn fetus that has been what is known as stillborn status or has already passed away. There is a difference. And everyone claiming that there isn't is lying to you and is full of shit and hasn't done their medical research. And yes, the aftercare for both procedures is similar. But the procedure itself in dealing with the situation is actively different. Anyone with a medical degree can tell you that. See, this is why I'm against the liberal world order. They are more than willing, absolutely more than willing, to demand other people's kids and family members die in their wars. But then when you tell them, hey, guess what? We're not dying for our wars. We're going to send you to fight. And then people like me stand up to them and say, no, you can F off. You can fight your own war. It's not my issue. Then they say, well, then you get to go to jail. You know what I got to say to that? Fuck you. Every last one of you scumbags. Sick of this. I am so sick and tired of not being able to just play my video games in peace. Well, when you voted for Donald Trump, this is what you get. No, I voted for Donald Trump who wants the dying to stop. And what a coincidence. I agree with him. The dying does need to stop. Every last bit of it. I don't care what it looks like. I actually am more curious as to why this had to start in the first damn place. Like, what on God's green earth did Russia think? Like, why was going to war with Ukraine that important? It's a country that's, like, not even a tenth of your size. Why? Like, do you have some sort of mental issue that you just can't, like, not pick a fight with people? Because, like, if you have that, alright, I get it. But please stop making it the world's issue. Like, literally, stop making it our issue. We didn't do anything to you directly. As American people, oh, well, you voted for it. Dude, I voted for Trump the last 3 times. I was voting for the man who probably could have prevented all this shit from happening in the first place. Who probably could have brought a very logical and rational, business-like solution to this situation that you guys are just unwilling to do. Uh-oh. My dude is hungry, apparently. And sure, you can say, oh, you're just fat and lazy. You wouldn't lift a finger for anything. You don't stand for anything either. Why the hell should I have to stand for anything in this fucking world? I stand for my religious beliefs, that's it. And my kids. The same kids that you want to send off to die or cause to die in a nuclear hellfire. Fuck you. Oh, well, it's coming anyway. You don't know that. You're not some prophet. You're just a man who served in the military. You're a dumbass at best. Russia does not have to be the enemy. Nor does Ukraine, nor China. Hell, I'd even argue that North Korea doesn't either. We can all peacefully co-fucking exist, as long as we're willing to stomach each other's bullshit. The problem is that you guys are literally causing stuff to happen that's unpalatable to the entire damn planet. And you know what I'm talking about. I don't even have to say it out loud. You already know. And I'm kind of surprised that Putin hasn't used it as a fucking propaganda tool. He probably has. I just don't pay attention to what he says, really, because I don't really give a shit. And neither should anyone else. He's a dictator, tyrant, blowhard who runs his mouth every time he doesn't get his way. Shocker. There's a shock for you. What did he used to do? Work for the KGB, I think it was? Well, there's a shock to nobody. That's all that they're good at. You put him in power over there in Russia, and now you're wondering why you're staring down a war that's killing your own kids. Well, maybe if you actually did something about the political situation in your own country, we wouldn't be here right now, would we? So yes, it is kind of your fault. Sorry, sucks to suck. But stop making us try to pay for your mistakes. Just kind of had enough. I miss being able to just go back. I miss the 90s. I really miss the 90s. I mean, I was under the age of 10 at that point in time. But, like, I miss being able to just go to Christmas and Thanksgiving and just eat turkey and ham and open Christmas presents and say thankful prayers with my family and just be happy for life instead of having to talk about this stupid crap all the time. It's sickening. And the worst part is the second you try to get out of it or try to get away from it, they shove it right back in your damn face by trying to make you feel good about some decision that you may or may not have made. And then it's like, okay, yeah, I voted for a guy that's supposed to do the right thing. Will he? I don't know. I hope so. I can be hopeful at that, but that's about it. I can't stand this stupid BS. Here I am, supposed to be playing a video game on a stream that, by the way, I myself said I wouldn't have politics involved, yet here we are. Basically sending me on a vitriolic tirade because people can't keep their war boner in their pants. I just... It's so annoying. Like, apparently, you know, having a video where I'm calling this out apparently is going to end up getting me in trouble because I said some things that is against terms of service. Oh, heaven forbid someone should speak out against war and say that it's stupid and pointless. Heaven forbid it goes against the people that you've been donating to, largely and in part to the tunes of millions of dollars since 2009. Heaven forbid. But when you raise that point, you're a conspiracy theorist. Yeah, well, at least, you know, at least I'm getting it right. You, on the other hand, are a part of the problem because you're more than willing to be a part of the mechanism that marches us right into a nuclear hellfire. So, I really don't take what you have to say very seriously unless it's about monetizing my damn channel. Well, you're demonetized because we don't like your video. Good, I'll go somewhere else. I'll take every bit of my video content. I will download it on an external hard drive and I'll drag it over to Kick or Rumble. And if you think I won't, watch me. You think I can't just restart these live streams on Palworld? Buddy, I own my copy of Palworld. It don't matter what no Nintendo lawsuit has to say about Jack. I'll be able to use it to an indefinite degree. Oh, well, you can't execute it because Microsoft, buddy, I'll go crack the crap out of that shit in 2 seconds. They probably already have a crack for it. Fucking try me. I'm so sick of this crap. I'm beyond sick of it. And so are the rest of us, really. I'm not the only one saying these things. I'm just the only one on your platform saying it loud enough that hopefully someone will listen. And actually, I'm not the only one saying it. Tim Pool's been saying it for a while. Why should we have to go to war for your profit? Oh, well, you're just about the money. You'd go to war if it meant lining your pocket. Actually, no, I wouldn't. I would not, actively. I actually don't like war at all. Really? There's a fucking thing of fiber there. But see, you people are like the dodo, okay? You see a shiny object and you're willing to just run right off the cliff for it. I'm not like that. Most Americans aren't like that, okay? And to Russia, this is also true. Most Americans do not function like the dodo, like our military-industrial complex seems to be. We don't want to rush headfirst into any war whatsoever, but our current military state just seems to be dead set on it, okay? I'm sorry for your losses, and I'm sorry that this is causing an issue for you, but I would really appreciate it if we could, you know, wait long enough to actually get some more reasonable heads that aren't receiving, you know, Daddy Warbucks' funding, you know, to discuss actually putting an end to this before it even kicks off. I would really prefer that, and so would most Americans, to be honest. Like, 90% of Americans agree with that sentiment. Left, right, and center. Like, we don't want war. We really don't. It's not that we can't fight one. We could probably fight you guys right straight to hell if we wanted to. The problem is we don't want to. There's no need for us to. There's no need for you guys to either. Is more or less what everyone over here is saying. Except for our political class. Oh God, you tell them that there's money to be had in war and death and damnation, they'll sign every last person up to go right straight to hell with them and not have a second thought about it. And that's why my little 2-minute video from earlier about what I said about politics and the fact that every last one of them needs to be investigated rings even more true now. Every last one of them does need to be investigated, and you know what? The ones who are pushing this war the most, they're the ones who need to be investigated the most. Any person who is willing to sell American lives for lining their own pockets in war, putting crap in our foods that don't need to be in them, misguiding our education system so our future generations end up mentally handicapped, basically, and that's not a slam at people who with disabilities either. I might very well, I don't think I'm one of them, but I've never been really diagnosed with anything, so I don't know. I've also never seen a doctor or any sort of anyone about these things, but I can tell you this much right now. I'm coherent enough to know that war is bad, which is more than I can say for our current political establishment right now. That's for sure. In fact, most Americans are probably going to sit here, see this video, and say, huh, gee, he's actually right. Yeah, go figure. Good old Zero gets it right from time to time. Shocker. Anyway, I think we're going to drop that particular topic for now. Let's just hope I don't have to bring it up again by the time this video's over. Like, I'd really like to just be able to say that I at least accomplished anything in my life. You know, have a couple more kids, buy my grandmother's house so we can actively move into it and live in it. You know, do that thing that they call, you know, living life without having to worry about nuclear hellfire. And I actually do think that a majority of Americans carry that standpoint. Like, we should not have to discuss this on a YouTube video that's supposed to be about video games. I should be able to play my video games without having this be a topic. But, oh no, we can't have that. Heaven forbid. Yeah, no, gotta go start another war. Can't just have a normal life. You people are sick. And to make matters worse, you don't give a damn about offering even a little bit of a justification. Like we have to die like we are your servant or something. You know what I have to say to that? Reread your Constitution. You're our servants. And if you can't deal with that being the reality of your job, then you don't deserve the job. How about that? Someone actually said what you don't want to hear. Someone said the quiet part out loud. Gee. Wouldn't you know? There's actually enough of us who are ticked off at you boneheads trying to get us all killed at every turn to actually stand up and say something about it. Maybe if you were better at your job and weren't actively trying to sabotage this world to be a hellscape because you're mad because you didn't get your way and you're being a little child about it, maybe, just maybe, you might actually have a leg to stand on. But I'll tell you right now, you don't have a moral leg to stand on. You have zero morality to stand on any of this at all. And that's the other reason why I am 100% against this war. It's none of our business. It becomes our business when they're trying to invade us. Okay? Period. Meaning they're overtaking U.S. military bases in foreign countries, fine. Do that. Deal with that situation. That's actually something that I would agree that is worth, picking a fight over if we need to. But this crap? No. Nope. You can sign me out on that because it's not going to happen. No. I don't give a damn if that does make me a draft dodger or whatever the hell. Call me whatever you want. I'm going to sit there, shrug, and say I don't give a damn. Still an American citizen, and your war is not my problem. At the end of the day, I think that's something that a lot of you need to remember. Their wars over there are only our problems so long as we're willing to make it our problem. Which we're not anymore. I'm sorry, but we're not. Putin could be the reincarnation of Adolf Hitler, and you know what? My response to that would be, I really don't give a damn. He can keep his ass over on that side of the fucking planet. And if he refuses to, then we'll deal with it. Because then it'll be a situation that's worth dealing with. Oh, man. You know what? Because I'm not going to rebuild this. And I think... Yep. Alright. Hey. I now have my industrial area set up. For the most part. I'm going to build a connecting roof that'll hopefully intersect with that. I doubt it will. Or if it does, it's not going to intersect in any good way. That's for sure. But that'll be a project for a later day. This has just been a base expansion episode. I'm sorry about ranting for 45 minutes about war and crap, but I'm just kind of done with it. And I really do feel like so's the rest of the world at this point. We're so done with it. It's like every time we turn around, it's more of the same. Like, it really is true. There's no difference between Biden and Bush. They just want that war. They want them daddy Warbucks money coming into their account. They don't care about any of us except for their dollar bills, y'all. So done. So done with it. You know, I've never once been like a liberal on anything, but this war crap. And when I say liberal, I mean old school liberal. I just... so burnt. So burnt out. It's just the dumbest thing ever. Like... And the worst part about it is that when you bring this up to these people and you say, can you at least defend to us why we have to send our people over there to die, or, you know, why we have to start nuclear Armageddon? You don't even get an answer. You get it, we're the government, we just said so. I'm so sick of that. Like, they're supposed to answer to us as American citizens, and they won't even do that. Like, that alone should be massively disqualifying, I think. Oh, well, you have an unreasonable position. My position is that we shouldn't be in this war to begin with. How is that unreasonable? How is that even remotely unreasonable? It's a war that we shouldn't be a part of. And here I am rambling on about this stuff that I said I wasn't going to talk about yesterday, and I just said I was going to drop it. Oh god, this is really eating my lunch. I gotta get a GoPro so that way I can do like walk and talks on this kind of stuff. Oh god, I just picked a fight with him at level 10, didn't I? Oh well. And apparently... Hello, feedback. Also, hello increased work speed, because I know things are going to start slowing down to that point. Okay, let's go make that feed bag so that way I don't have to worry about this guy dying on me as much. Alright, you seriously went off the edge of the bridge, dude. Yeah, no, I'm gonna put crossbows and machine guns and stuff up there. Just kind of have them pointing down, being like, yeah, nah, you're staying home. Go home. It ain't worth the fight. Okay. What? No. Done giving a shit about this stuff. On that note, I think I'm gonna get comfy. Oh, I fried one egg. Yeah, that's useful. I actually wanted the whole 170 eggs. Like, I really do think that we've gotten to the point now where the people who just want to be left alone are going to have to get even more involved. You know what I mean? I'm going to have to start getting in shape. I'm going to have to start training with what I have. I'm going to have to do the one thing that I said I'd never do. Oh yay, disconnected. Hey, reconnected. Yay. I guess someone didn't like what I was saying. That or my internet is just more crap than I thought it was. We'll hit the mute button on the... like... The worst part about this is, for me, is that I should be able to say this stuff without having to worry about YouTube having an issue over it. Like, you would think that saying that the war is stupid and it needs to stop would not be a controversial issue. But apparently to some military wackos out there it is. Says the man wearing a Punisher shirt, right? Like, I mean, seriously. Why is the guy wearing the white skull of the Punisher on his shirt the voice of reason in the room? Oh my god. What is going on here? Why? The sad part is that this is not even why I wear this shirt. I wear this shirt because I watched this scene where John Bernenthal's Punisher just about caved in that friggin' pedophile skull who was into, you know, doing the other bad stuff. I wish you would. I can't say that. This is YouTube. I wear this shirt because I share the same sentiment as most people when it comes to those individuals, and that is their nominees for the Wood Chipper Award. Like, that's what the shirt's for. It's not supposed to be about politics and all that BS. It's supposed to be about living in a normal, sane society where we respect our veterans, help our homeless, and don't start meaningless wars that have nothing to do with us. But we damn well will defend ourselves to the death. Like, that's literally what I believe. But instead, oh no, the U.S. State Department, the U.S. military, thinks they know better than their own people who just voted against the war. They think they know better than the rest of us. Oh, heaven forbid, they should actually listen to the will of the people for once in their fucking lives. I just realized I could be frying these a little faster if I was actually frying them. Oh, it burns me. So bad. Literally voted for Trump to put a stop to this crap. I voted a Republican ticket because they said that they'd put a stop to it, period, bar none. Putin and Ukraine at the negotiation table to see what we can get accomplished. I'm supposed to be on vacation. I'm not supposed to be worrying about any sort of fire. I'm supposed to be on fucking vacation. Oh, my word. Like, we all have it, not the greatest, but pretty good compared to some. Can't we just fucking be happy and stop trying to take from other people and try to get each other killed? How about that? How about from now until this time next year, we just stop? Crime, fighting, being jerks to each other, just for like a year. Like, is that really too much to ask? It doesn't have to be perfect. There can still be, you know, small personal conflicts or whatever, but like, why do we have to do this? Why? No one can give me a legitimate reason as to why we're fighting for Ukraine. The closest thing to a legitimate reason I get from people is, oh, because it's against Russia. I don't give a shit about Russia. Russia can take their fucking sausages and their vodka and go get drunk and eat sausages until they die, for all I care. I don't care. The only time I care about what a Russian has to say about anything is when they hand me a shot of vodka. Okay? Because then I know that they want to talk. They want to talk shop. Okay? But this is just the epitome of stupidity, okay? We should not be fighting this war. This is an issue between Ukraine and Russia. And as far as the rest of Europe is concerned, well, to be honest with you, Ukraine, as I remember, used to be a part of Soviet Russia. It broke off because it didn't want to go back into that. If they don't want to go into it, then Russia should respect that. The fact that they're not respecting it is a bad thing. It's definitely a bad thing. But, like, does it really matter? I mean, does it, in the grand scheme of things, does it really matter that much, right? Like, is it worth going to potentially end up in a nuclear war over a little stretch of land that's like half the size of the state of Rhode Island? Oh, but they'll use it to put another military base and they'll use it for deploying submarines. Okay. Then we'll just put more subs in the water to keep an eye on their subs. Big deal. But that's more expensive than stopping it now. But your attempts to stop it now are going to get everyone killed in a nuclear hellfire. So, I mean, I'm not really so worried about the future as far as future military engagements, so much as I am trying to prevent them from escalating right now and getting a lot worse for everybody involved, including Russia. Oh, believe me, nuclear war is not going to be one-sided. They want to say, like, the Russian propaganda will say, oh, it'll just be one-sided, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no, the nuclear hellfire is going to hit them too. Like, that's the problem I have with all this bullshit. And I really don't care if it's just saber-rattling from Putin. I really don't give a damn. The fact of the matter is that under Trump, we didn't have this kind of bullshit. Things were relatively peaceful and quiet. And I do say relatively because they weren't perfect. We had rioting in our streets, sure, mostly from groups that were opposed to Trump to begin with. Most of the people that were protesting, you know, back then are descendants or related to, or rather the people that were trying to cause the issues. A lot of them, looking at you Antifa, are descending of people who want this war to happen anyway. For their own personal gain. So, you know, there's that to consider too. Like, it's not a matter of us versus them. It's a matter of, can we not try to kill each other for like a day? Oh, well, military exceptionals, I don't care. I do not care. You want to talk about that stuff? Talk about it to someone whose relative back in World War II didn't die in World War II. Then discuss that with me. Okay? You picked the wrong argument to have with me on that one. Okay? I should have a whole branch of my family by now that doesn't exist because of that kind of crap. Oh, your thing, we should have just let World War II happen? No. But there are a lot of military decisions that could have been made better that would have made it so he could have made it home alive. Okay, I could have a whole set of, like, third or fourth cousins. My family could be huge right now. But no. Oh, no. We can't have that because military exceptionalism. Fuck you. And the horse you rode in on. Shove it. I don't care. Really don't care anymore. And then you're going to shove all these corn products down our throat and treat it like it's food. Yeah, well, we're kind of getting smart to that too, so, you know, y'all might want to consider that. Little sniper's nest to go up there. No, I am officially going to drop that topic, though. I just really no reason to get worked up over it anymore. if we're all going to die in a nuclear hellfire, at least I get to sit there and say I didn't have anything to do with it, right? When I'm sitting before God, I can sit there, shrug, and say, hey man, I'm sorry, but I put my opinion out there, and I let the world know what I had to fucking say about it, but it didn't do anything. Didn't do a damn thing to stop it. Alright, I have got to go get another point to get that incubator. Like, I'm getting more eggs than a friggin' grocery store at this point, and it's not the cooking kind of eggs, although getting a lot of those too. So. Just. You know what? If people want me to calm down about this issue, here's what I want. I want a signed, notarized letter from the President of these United States, the President of the Russian Federation, the leaders of NATO, in my hand, stating that they are not angling for war, it's all theater. So that way, when they do decide to pick a fight, I can go up to every single one of them and say, hey, you lied to me. I mean, big shocker, they lie for a living, but, like, at least then I can have it on paper that they did. And then I'm going to turn around when they do lie about it. Okay? I'm going to turn around, and I'm going to show it to the rest of the world, as many people that will listen, to show their lie. That's like, yeah. I will humiliate them publicly. And I think that's needed at this point. A little bit of humiliation leading to a little bit of humility might go a long way. And yes, that's Russian too. It'll never happen because they don't think they're answerable to anyone. They think that they have all the power to make all the wrong decisions that they want and get everyone killed, and that there's nothing anyone can do about it. Well, legally, you're right. What I can say on YouTube? Oh, okay. I'll let you keep thinking that. Sure. We'll let you keep thinking that right up until the point in time that we are set upon to actually have to do something about the situation. Let's put it that way. But until then, nothing I can do. Until enough people stand up together and say, no, fuck you, we're not dying in more of your stupid wars. You can shut up. We're done. We're just done. No more pointless wars, no more death and destruction for the sake of death and destruction. We're just not doing it. Well, enough people start doing that, which you would think over half of the country voting, for Donald Trump after he said he was going to put an end to it, would have been the kibosh on all of it. Oh, God, no. No. If anything, it just made him want to do it more. It's like nuclear hellfire is their goal. And they don't care who gets caught up in it. Well, I do care who gets caught up in it. And I think there's a lot of other citizens across the world, Russian, not Russian, African, European, Chinese, Korean, Middle Eastern. I'm sure there's a lot of those people who don't want to get caught up in this either. The decent people of this world want nothing to do with your wars. We want nothing to do with your conflict. We just want to live and be left alone. But You just can't seem to grasp that, can you? Not at all. And I might as well be a wolf baying into the wind because no one's going to hear a word of this, even though they should. Every political leader in this world should hear every word that I'm saying right now. We are tired of war. We're tired of dying for what you think is a legitimate cause. Because we don't care about your quote-unquote legitimate causes anymore. We are just done dying. It's really just that simple. You know? And it goes to the food, too, by the way. RFK Jr., 100% correct. It is another thing that we're tired of doing. Being fed poison and being told that it's food. He is correct on that assessment. Fundamentally, yes. Okay. Don't hand me a cheeseburger that's loaded up with all these additives that are going to give you cancer and tell me it's food. Okay? That's not an unreasonable position to have, like, at all. Nah, I think we're just gonna do it the other way. Yeah, we're just gonna put these across here. You know, I know this is a very cliche meme to bring up. But I do feel that it's quite the accurate one to bring up in this situation. It's the one with the guy, I think he's like a famous basketball player or something. He just says, "Stop it. Stop it." I really feel that, like, that guy, you know? And I really do believe that I'm not the only person who feels that way. Just be like my own personal feelings, but I really think that all this war talk is just completely unnecessary. Okay. So, I need to put that there. And we'll make a solid wall there. Wall with a window there, and it doesn't matter, but one there too, and actually, I think we're gonna delete this and this, and we'll put a staircase, say right here. Another windowed wall there. Put that there. And then we can start building it off. No, this is possibly the dumbest thing ever. And to make matters worse, even though I've calmed down, I haven't actually calmed down. I'm just less emotionally charged. You know, it is a bunch of stuff that shouldn't be happening, and yet we're all caught in the middle, like, you know, we're stuck between two parents fighting, and we're told there's nothing we can do about it. And I'm just sitting here like, yeah, well, you know, the kid in that situation at least could, like, run off to social services or his parents or you know, the police or whatever. In this situation, they are the police. They are the social services. What are we supposed to do? We're supposed to just let them bathe us all in nuclear hellfire and leg bend over and take it, right? It's so dumb. It's so dumb. You know, I've said it once, I'll say it again. There's one thing, if I could go back in time and remove, it'd be nuclear weapons. Bar none. We would have just dropped a giant fuel air bomb on Japan, caused as much damage as we did, without having to worry about nuclear weapons. And now, oh, look where we are. No. I get really fed up with that, oh well, if we don't do it, they will attitude. Like, are people really that set against each other that that's all that they can think about is just ending everything? Like, have you become that just, what's the word? Jaded? No. Maybe, but like, at what point do we get to, as citizen, as humanity, as human beings, at what point do we get to say, no, enough is enough? You're not going to get us all killed because you want to fight. At what point do we get to be the kids that say, enough? Because this is starting to feel like abusive parenting. It really is. Our governments should not be involved in this garbage. And by the way, that goes for Russia too. Like, I don't really care what they want, per se. I think that it's pretty safe to say that we don't want it to happen anymore. He looks like he's having a grand old time. I wish I could be having that much fun. But I just want it to. I just want that part of things to stop. Just stop trying to kill us all and let us live. Ooh, SpaghettiOs. Ugh. If I'd remembered how bad that would have tasted, I probably wouldn't have even opened the can. It's not even the Chef Boyardee brand either, it's the Walmart brand. Because it's what I could afford. Probably would have been better off eating ramen. But yeah. I really don't think we should be in a position as civilians, or even, like, I personally am of the belief that the only people that should be fighting are the ones who think that fighting needs to happen. Right? Like, if you want to go fight a war, that's fine. But you need to be shoved off onto the front line, like I said earlier. Like, if you think your fight is that much worth the fight, then you get to go throw the first punch, fire the first round, or throw the first grenade. You personally can go do that. I don't think that's, I mean, it probably is too high of a bar. We're talking about politicians. The only thing they've ever done of substance in their life, most of them, is write on a piece of paper and scream at the interns. Unless you're Bill Clinton, then the interns were screaming at you. Especially one in particular. And it's probably not just Bill that's done that kind of shenanigans either. Oh, I'm so done with their corruption. I'm just so fed up with hearing about it. We all know that the reason that they're rushing us into this nuclear wasteland is because they're getting paid to do it. And it's, surprise, surprise, by the military contractors, who would love nothing more than to see us all go to war with each other, because then they get to have all the money in the world. I know hard to earn money when all your customers are dead, though. Nice little detail that they forget to mention. Dead customers don't make good return customers. Unless we're talking about an election. Then apparently in some states they make the best return customers. Not just states, but countries too. No, I just... Yeah, sure. Why not? Oh, do I have enough points to do the thing, or do I already have it unlocked, or what? I have the workbench unlocked, but I don't have the nails made to do it. Okay, well, let's do a little bit of reorganizing then, because there are things that are places that I don't want them to be. No, I know I probably shouldn't get all worked up over this stuff, but like we're talking about the future of my kids, and your kids, and your kids' kids, and it's just like I'd really rather have them be able to go to Niagara Falls without having to wear a radiation suit. You know what I mean? I'd really like to be able to have my kids be able to go see all these intricate structures in Russia without having, you know, having to worry about being an enemy of the state or whatever because they decided, you know, maybe a Cold War was better than a hot one. I really think it's all stupid, and I think it all needs to stop. Now, I mean, if Putin and whoever's leading the charge on this, if Putin and Zelensky, if they want to go set up a boxing match somewhere to just settle this the old fisticuff way, go for it. You know, I think that that's the best way to do it at this point. Like, barring off some sort of negotiation that, you know, renders part of Ukraine to Russia or whatever, I do firmly believe that letting them duke it out, like one-on-one, would be the best way to go about it. I really believe that. And I know that sounds like some cartoon fairy tale, because it basically is. But, I mean, sometimes the simplest ways can be the best ways. Oh, speaking of simple, there are some of my resources, but no, I just... And no, I'm not a Russian sympathizer either. Like, I know they have just as much at stake and just as much skin in this race as anyone else does, but like, why can't they just remove themselves from it? Why can't we just remove ourselves from it? Why can't Ukraine just go back to being a college country where people could just go learn things, and being a corrupt energy company, basically being a cross between a liberal arts college and the most corrupt energy managing country on the planet? Like, why can't we just go back to that? It was almost more preferable. Almost. Not quite, but almost. Alright, I need to make some nails. And do it. Make a lot of them. actually. Here. Don't just make a lot of them. Make a lot of them and put them in a box for me. And just to make it quicker... Well, I guess I gotta go get some more wood. You know, that little squirrel does a lot of legwork. And he's still in good condition, which is weird. And yes, I'm aware... Oh, I got 2 of them. Cool. I'd love to be able to get up on a world stage and just scream at the top of my lungs, "No nukes!" and have it be like the law of the planet, basically. Nuclear power is acceptable, nuclear weapons is unacceptable, everyone gets to throw them away. Or turn them into an energy source that can power their country. Anyone caught in violation of this gets fined X amount of money, basically half of their GDP. Pretty sure a lot of people agree with that sentiment at this point. I don't know. Leave a comment. Heck, leave me a comment telling me to shut up and play the game if you don't like the commentary. And that's not like a lack of confidence thing either. That's, I'm starting to get a headache from talking about this kind of geopolitical crap that we really don't even need to deal with. I don't think we should have to deal with anyway. Yeah, I'll be moving that next, and I'll be replacing that campfire with an actual cooking pot. But... And I know that there is an entity in the Bible that says, you know, I will bring you peace, there will be no war, yada yada yada. And we all know who I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the big man upstairs, I'm talking about the descendant of the man downstairs. But look, here's the thing. That's what happens when one individual is sane. We have entire nations begging for this kind of stuff to stop. Because we're just tired of it. We're done with it. War is the used toy of bygone millennia that we just don't want anymore. We just want to build. I want to sit here and build up my YouTube channel and, you know, express the ideas of wanting freedom and peace. You know, is that so wrong? I want to be able to build a bike trailer next week, not have to be without looking up at the sky, looking for the next mushroom cloud. Or listening to the radio to listen for an emergency broadcasting thing. And that's assuming that the Biden administration actually gives us one. You know, they might slip their mind. They let the rest of us know, oh, the rest of the world is on fire. You know, get to safety. Heaven forbid. I mean, we are talking about a guy who said, I got a gap here, and what's the other one? A shot above pressure or something like that. I'll never get it right. Tim Pool does a really good one, though. But, no, it's dumb. It's dumb. Tired of dealing with it. We're all tired of dealing with it. We're all tired of hearing about it. Why can't we all, Russia included, just take a vacation to France, or, you know, old school France, or New York, and just go get a pizza, maybe some escargot, and some wine, maybe some vodka, or rum, or whatever, and just party it up like none of this stuff is even happening. Just have a good time. Albeit, probably be watching Putin like a hawk because of some of the things he's known for in the past. But, like... and I could be wrong about this, but I do believe that if you actually offered him a peaceful solution that didn't make him look like crap, didn't make everyone else look like crap, he'd probably take it. I mean, I could be wrong about this, but, like, in general, I do like to try to believe that there are some people who have to put on a strong face. I could be wrong. He could be completely evil. He could be the Antichrist himself, for all I know. But, like, I do have to try to believe that he's one of the majority of the people out there who just bit off more than he could chew, thought that he could handle it. And now he feels like it's going to be a knock against his machismo as a man because he has to back down. Because he decided to back down or it's nuclear hellfire for the whole world. And he gets to look like the asshole who started it. Because that's what it looks like to the rest of the world, which is why, and the only reason that China is sitting here saying, no, dude, you need to back off. You need to quietly step away from the situation and just let it play out in other ways. It's why other nations are telling him that he needs to stop. If it was just the US saying it, then, you know, or NATO for that matter, then I'd probably sit here and say, yeah, well, they'd tell him that anyway, even if he did have a legitimate grievance, so whatever. But when you have people from places like Africa, well, I mean, Australia is technically a part of NATO, but, like, they're not exactly, they don't exactly believe a lot of the same things the rest of us do. But, like, they know enough to know that we shouldn't be doing this. But instead, no. How are you hungry? Okay, that's it. Where's the feed basket? Yeah, how are you hungry? Like, compared to my other off-world base that I don't use for, or, you know, off-stream bases and stuff like that, that's a very small amount of food, but, like, for this stage in the game, that's a lot of food. How is that one thing hungry? I do not understand that. It will take 59 of the eggs, though, because I want to restock my own food. But I don't understand these things. I guess what I really don't understand is, why is it such a machismo thing? Why does it make you more manly or a big conquering hero to nuke another country? You pushed a button. Or a couple of buttons. There's nothing brave or heroic about that. You killed half the planet by pushing a button. You're a coward. You stayed at home and pushed a button rather than lead the charge yourself. Nothing brave about it. And the other thing that irritates me is, like, and I am not a Putin sympathizer. I've already called him a coward like 7 different times, but, like, NATO will sit there, like, right hand to God. They will sit there and say, we want peace, we want peace, we want peace. And then they'll purposefully piss him off or cause problems when he's not causing problems. Sometimes he does need to be corrected and put in his place, that's fine. But sometimes they'll just do it just to, like, they want to egg him on. And it's just so, it's so annoying. Because, like, you want to defend the people that you think are the good guys, and then they do something so stupid. stop pissing off the Russian bear and then calling for peace. The dualistic messaging doesn't jive well with normal people. Huh. Like, the doublespeak does not jive well with us at all. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Majority of people out there, a majority of people out there believe that way. Okay? Oh, but it's war. You should be doing blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I do not care. No. If you can't say what you mean and mean what you say, you don't deserve to be in office. You should not have any office. You shouldn't even be working at the post office. Honesty is kind of one of those most important things in the world. In fact, I'm going to quote a man who actually set me straight. This was during the mediations for my daughter. Okay? He told me outright, how are we supposed to know what you want out of this situation if you don't say it yourself? We can't read minds. Okay? In much the same way, we can't read your mind to know what you're thinking tactically is advantageous about this situation. You have to spell it out for us. If you want us to support going to war with Russia, that's fine, but you have to offer an explanation that's better than just saying, well, my Ukrainian allies. Or my harbors, or my Russia. You gotta offer better than that. Because it's no longer acceptable. In fact, I don't think it ever was. Okay? Blaming Russia for everything that's gone wrong over the last decade might have an element of truth to some of it, but it is not 100% the truth. You have to take responsibility as well. So I'm going to say something else that another person told me. You are nothing if you cannot take responsible for your failings as well as your successes. You are absolutely nothing if you can't do both. And surprise, surprise, we have a nation that is literally just living on the fringes saying, you know, we live in a society where our government says, well, we said so. Well, that's nice. Yeah, that's great. Okay, so that doesn't actually... Can I not flip that around? No, I cannot. That's a shame. I really wanted to fill that hole right there. That's okay. We'll just put one there. I can't believe that it's such an extreme angle to say that you don't want war. I refuse to believe that that's the world we live in, where asking for peace is more extreme than wanting war. And do not get me twisted. My stances on peace versus war are very limited. There are some things that would push me into supporting this. Russia doing something stupid like launching a nuke unprovoked, and then saying that they were provoked when the rest of us know better. Yeah, no. That seals the deal. At that point, I'm going to go boots on the ground and I'm going to go do something about it, even if I have to die doing it. Because they're the one who started it. Conversely, you know what? I can't say that on YouTube. I literally cannot say that on YouTube. How sad is that? I can't speak my mind on a platform that's supposed to be there for people to speak their mind. That's pathetic. Because if I do, the one site that I'm trying to petition to let me have an income stream from it is totally going to just say, no, you're too much of a liability. How nuts is that? I mean, like, am I taking crazy pills here? To quote Asmongold on this stuff? Like, are we legitimately in a world where we're taking crazy pills? Because I'm starting to feel like we all are. Now that is a crazy house. I really wish I could have had that as a room under the stairs. But now I'm starting to understand why Asmon just sticks to World of Warcraft and like Twitch drama, because like international politics can suck it. Real slow walk this time. I should actually, if I was actually doing stuff with this character off stream, I probably would have had my weight capacity amped up, but I don't know. Well, actually, I do know, and the problem is that I do know, and I just don't want to see it because I'm tired of seeing it, and I feel like we all see it every day, and we shouldn't have to bear the burden of seeing it. So like, I know for a fact that we're going to end up going to war because two men with two outlandishly large egos can't keep it in check. They cannot keep the war boner in their pants. The problem with that particular thing is instead of helping to bring life into this world, it takes a lot of life out of it. And in my eyes, that's definitely a bad thing. I know there'd be some people out there saying that some groups deserve or whatever. I don't care what you say they deserve. When you remove people from the population of anywhere, you make it less interesting. Okay? And in my eyes, I view that as definitely a bad thing. Because it is a... It shouldn't be happening at all. Remove that from there now. But instead, we're going to put one apparently nowhere. I'm going to put one there. Put one by the crusher. We're going to go pick up some more wood. I just... It would be nice. It'd be really, really nice to be able to pop onto Twitch. And instead of seeing them saying, you know, stuff like F America, F Israel, and all this stupid stuff like that, like, it would be nice to see them talking about a beautiful flower instead. It really would. This whole hate drama bullshit, I get it, you're doing it for clicks. But would it kill you for just like a day or two? Just to have a day of pleasant silence on the matter? I'm also kind of the mind that if your channel can't live without that kind of drama, then should you really have a channel? Like, can't we all just play Palworld together, or World of Warcraft, or something, and just laugh and have a good time like we all used to? Go out and carve up some sticks to look like funny things. It bugs me because when I was a kid growing up, I never really let it bother me, but I was always the stupid white kid, you know? Lived mostly in a lot of Alaskan villages, and to those who know the term gussuck, they know exactly what it means. Right? It's a very demeaning, racist term for white folk. In most cases, I will agree that it is very well warranted. I will say that. But, you know, I've had it said to me more than once, but I let it go. Because the same people that called me that were the same people that I'd go over to their houses and play Super Smash Brothers on their N64. Okay, and we had a great time. No one called each other names. It was just like, that was just shop talk, you know? The problem that I have with all of this is that it's not shop talk to these people. They literally want to start a nuclear hellfire and have us all be caught up in it. Like, they literally want to speedrun the apocalypse before Christ even comes back. I swear that's what they want. And it sounds insane. It sounds like they should be on crazy pills. And yet when you watch these people and how they behave, you kind of can't avoid... It's kind of an unavoidable fact just by watching them. Probably the closest thing to reasonable, and this is frightening in and of itself, is watching Trump go on a rant about illegal immigrants. And I don't mean in public speeches, I mean in private. Like, hearing him talk about illegal immigration in private, it's like you're watching these people do that, but it's 1,000 times worse because you know that they're talking about potentially putting their thumb on a button that could end, like, the lives of your loved ones. And it's just like, it's absolutely untenable, and there needs to be a stop put to it before things get way too out of hand, which they basically already are. And it is kind of, it's disgusting. It is disgusting. And things should never have been allowed to get this way. If we're being honest, Christ should have been back by now. Alright, we get the point that you were trying to make, atheists, that God is blah blah blah. I don't care about your point. Stop trying to kill people to make a point. I'm so sick of living in the world of a death cult. A psychotic death cult that wants to blow up half of the planet just to prove that they're right. So done with it. And no, I'm not talking about atheists in general, but there are a few out there that do believe that if they blow up the planet before Christ comes back, then they can say that they were right. It's a fringe belief, but it does exist, and I have heard it many times. Go look up a couple atheist accounts on Twitter. You'll hear more than your fair share. Trust me. And these are not just troll accounts. I've actually seen a couple that were straight up being legit about it. And it's insane. Absolutely insane. And yep. They exist. But then again, so too do people who voted for AOC and Donald Trump, so saying something exists really doesn't mean much anymore. It really doesn't. Okay, there's that medicine table. Medieval medicine workbench. Yeah, that's a heck of a name. Come here so we can saw that leg off. What a coincidence. As to what's right next to it. If you haven't played the game, there's a reason I don't use that thing. It's kind of a god-awful thing to use. Okay. So I need to make something. Or do something. That'll rapidly get my experience up. Well, let's think about that for a minute. I can wall some of this in, but I kind of like the open design. I mean, that being said, maybe some more of these across the front wouldn't hurt. Kind of give it a Buddhist temple vibe kind of thing going on here. Maybe a Hindu temple. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm kind of blowing it out my butt on that one. Someone can course correct me on that one in the comments if they want. I mean, yeah. Well, that happened. Let's go. Alright, what about Pals? I think I'll put him in there because he can go get something to eat now. I need to think about where I am on the skill tree for a second. There's the work. Okay, so we're not quite at that point yet. Cool, I guess. More wood. How could anyone need this much wood? I mean, you know, aside from the obvious reason. Actually, what I might do after this stream is I might just park this dude right here and just let him keep harvesting wood. So that way I make sure I have enough wood and stone. Actually, what I should do is get on the wiki after the stream and see about the best wood harvesting and or lumbering and stone quarry critters. I got quite at the level where excuse me, where I can have the podium thing that I can dictate what pal does what to the letter and make them stay at that assignment station. I have to literally walk up to them, pick them up, and throw them at where I want them to work, which is kind of annoying. 20 of those should be enough. And I definitely have enough fried eggs. And he ran up there. Oh well. No, he ran away anyway. Let's go do some exploration, see if we can't find some more goods. I know I need leather. I think I've already done this fast travel checkpoint over here, which is fine. We're not going to be sticking around it too long anyway. Actually, we're going to be going to the Syndicate Tower, or the, sorry, the Desolate Church. I so meant to say Desolate Church. Why did I say Syndicate Tower? Although, that fight could give me some pretty interesting items, and would be an interesting option to consider. Okay, climb the ledge. The cliff. Climb that. Actually. Really? Will you just catch, please? Thank you. Wow. You picked the worst day to pick this fight. I swear, officer, they just came out of nowhere. Literally. What I actually should do is get the stuff together to, spark it. Okay. I'll take that one on the chin. I'll absolutely take that on the chin. Oh, I know I don't have anything to buy what he has, but I really wish I did. Yeah. You know what? No. We're gonna save those goodies for later. Streaming for 2 hours. Nice.
Are you done?
No, I'm just getting started. Getting the ball, Mr. Piggly Wiggly. I think I'll go catch a Jolt Hog instead. I already have one of those. Hey, you know what? Sometimes there are boxes at the peaks of these things. Let's go take a look. And hope I don't catch a, a case of freezing to death on my way up. Okay. Well, that was interesting. Magnus, come here. Come on, Fuzzy. You need to go lay down and be good. Okay? Alright, go play, buddy. Yes, I know. Alright. Okay, You're probably the most entertaining about the stream. I get it. But go play. But be good. Oh yeah, I'm not climbing that. I need to go pick a fight with King Paka at some point, but I really don't want to. Not quite yet, anyway. Just kind of have a feeling in my gut that with my current roster, you know. I just don't feel like I'd fare very well. Okay, now that's a good find. Sorry, Depresso. Really good to have because you can do stuff at night. At night. Oh, went a little overboard. Yeah, how about we not get involved in that? Although I could totally too with the Victor go the spoils and just kind of wait it out until they get right there. Oh no. Yeah, that's not going to work at all. He sent that ball flying in the opposite direction. Okay, this I might be able to do, and hopefully it has something good in it. The thing is, it's what's going to be going on down around where this thing drops. That's right. Run your little butts up this hill. Just like that. Come on. Come and get me. I think that's the shirt that I was looking for. But I'm not going to stop and find out. Because those guys have guns. And I totally just stole from them. Hold on. You may have got a shot off, but I stole your stuff. Okay, let's see what the spoils of our little thermal undershirt. Okay. Mighty. Well, I mean, I will take the attack increase. Yes. Now we're cooking. And that's nice too. I can actually buy ammo. Okay, I need to... That's kind of one of the big breaks I was hoping for. Having better cold resistance is a good thing as well. Not you. I don't think I have a weapons bench yet. No. No, I don't. Okay, how far away is my brain from being able to pick the right button? I feel like I should already have one. Level 20? Oh boy. Well, then I think I'm going to make a decision here about putting that in a box. Not that it's probably the smartest decision, and I'll probably end up losing it on account of that decision. No, you know what? We'll keep it on our part. I'm playing by normal rules, which means I'm going to drop my inventory so it is safer to, in fact... No. Okay. And here's what we'll do. In the interest in not losing the schematics or the eggs, we'll put them in here. Okay, and we'll go to the PAL gear. Oh. Well, I mean, sure. Set him up to do that, and we'll go get some PAL fluids. It's not a problem. It's not a problem at all. I don't know what they've added to this game since, you know, it first came out, basically. But it would be very nice to not have to harvest these guys for PAL fluids. I think I have one in the base. I have someone working on the cloth, so that just leaves what? The wood? Didn't even have wood. Nope, it's just the cloth, palladium fragments, and the PAL fluids. Okay, well, go get a couple more, just to make sure we push it up over what we need. Okay. You know what? It's not that far from the base. If I need more of them, I know where they are. No. Not this time. And that poor lift monkey just got ran over. Talk about not wanting to share the road. Jeez. Oh, so glad I increased my crafting speeds. That's better. Much better. What? You want to play tug of rope? No. Or do you want to go get the rope? I didn't even throw it yet. What? What? Oh. I gotta go back to the stream, buddy, okay? Yeah, I know, I love you too, little man. You go play rope, okay? And Palword. You. Oh, I know what happened there. Hang on. No. Cancel the build. There we go. There you go. Now we can upgrade the base to have more critters. Now for the big question, what critter should I put in the base? Oh, actually, that's kind of a no-brainer. Depresso. Little dude works at night, sometimes. Also has good mining stats. Well, has mining stats. Good, and that's an issue for debate. On that note, actually, we'll shift him off with my land ball for now. I'm gonna run up to this Anubis statue and improve his word speed stat, if I can. Wrong button, dum-dum. Okay. Oh no, we need more pal beds. Well. Here, there's 2 more, of which I only need 1. Okay. I mean, it wasn't exactly graceful, but it worked. I don't have a key, so I don't think opening this thing is going to work for me. Yep. Oh. Anywho, so yeah, this is what we've done so far. Depresso. He doesn't carry it, he drags it behind him. It was funny. Oh. I mean, I could try to go take out the big penguin, but I don't really feel up to it because I don't like the armor that I have on. It's not exactly the best choice. And I don't think... Yeah, I need more leather before I'm even ready to do that. There is kind of another option, sort of, ish. It's just that it's not exactly the best option. and it's not exactly high risk per se, but there is some risk involved. And it involves an area surrounded by that little cliff right there. I know, you don't understand what's going on, little buddy. He says, oh no, I know exactly what's going on. You're playing your stinking game again instead of giving me loves. Even though you took a puppy break. And because of that, I'm super jealous. You're super jealous. Yeah, that's exactly what you are. I guess whatever floats your boat. Is that a... That's a pangolin. You giving me lip for a reason, buddy? Well, there's no guarantee that this is going to give me what I want or anything useful. But on the other hand, it could also give me just the thing I need. And that's assuming they decide to give it to me. I've also got to run up north and go grab some Grummins too. I'm going to have to climb the rock behind that one. But I think probably the best way to do it will be to climb this one first. And I'll be checking that out too.
What? There.
Maybe I miscalculated. Oh, it's not a supply drop. Ooh! Okay. Not bad, not bad. And that's another treasure chest over there. Is it one that I can get into? It's purple, so yes. Indubitably, my good sir. I mean, it's good. Oh, look. The floating trees. It's quiet. It's too quiet. Well, I mean, it looked like a wreck from the distance, but I guess it's not. It's probably just a rock. Yep. That is exactly what that is. Yeah. Well, that didn't quite pan out the way that I wanted it to. Oh, minor injuries. That's not good. Well, let's see. I'm not crazy. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't have to worry about them all going hungry. That's for sure. Okay, well, now that they've got their own, like, self-sustainable foodstuffs, let's start thinking about a way to get our level up. ×2. And get some mining done. Okay. Because, I mean, yes, I could do this the hard way. Which, I mean, they could probably make it a little less difficult. What a shock. So glad the trees regrow super fast. What? Apparently, it takes a whole tree just to make a pickaxe. There wasn't much hold that tree up, I guess. Alright, I gotta fix the posture for a minute. Got the slouch going on. I don't know if this is going to work, but I have a second cam that I was going to set up for the dog, but I don't know if that's a good idea. I thought it'd be more entertaining to watch both me and the puppy than to just watch me. Oh, that was dumb. Pushed the wrong button. Okay, yeah. got some metal. Okay, now. See, this is where having some sort of auto clicker or just like I'll hold for the click would be nice. Because, like, I really don't want to have to sit here and hold the button to mine this all day. Like, if I could just kind of set it and forget it. What? You being cute? You trying to be cute? Huh? You being cute for the camera? He said, camera? Ew, shut that thing off, Dad. I don't like cameras. That's a lot of berries. Yeah, this is probably the most boring part of this game. I'm not gonna lie. But I think that'll be about enough for now. Yeah, 100 of them should be plenty. I'm just gonna watch and see what happens when I get one. See what happens to my experience gauge. I don't know what they're worth as far as experience goes, so. Only 2. Only worth 2. Okay. Well. Excuse me. Depressed when you're on stage. Oh, it's funny. Oh, let's see. Oh boy. Hey, we're getting close to where I can assign jobs. There's like 3 more levels and I'll have it, so. Then this will be running like a top. At the very least, I can say, even though this is a very low bar, that my farm will be running more efficiently than the U.S. government. So. So yeah, that's basically that's Palworld in a nutshell. There's some things I haven't done in here yet, but there's a whole monster battling mechanic that isn't quite what Pokemon has to offer. The catch system's similar, but like there's a lot of things that are different to it. Okay, so keeping the lift monk would be a good idea. You know what? I think to wrap up this video, I think we're going to go hunting for a specific creature. It's not so elusive. But having the ability to fly would sure come in handy for what I'm going to have to do tomorrow. And catching one right now. Oh, he's not here. Yeah, he's not here. So we'll go where I know where there usually is one. Pick a fight with him, try to catch him, build the harness saddle for him. And he should be on this hill somewhere. But he's not. In fact, I'm not seeing him at all.
What?
Okay. Well, that is interesting, isn't it? Frag grenade. Yeah, give me a fragmentation grenade. Make it 2 of them. Thanks. So we all know why you gave me 2 of them, you jerk. Joke's on you, I'm gonna live to be 110 and die in the city of Detroit. Actually. I mean, maybe they could have one in the cage, but I doubt it. Failure to render the enemy encampment? Or just, like, decided to make it disappear? Oh, don't kill it! Oh, that's a rare. That was a rare, too. Okay. Oh! Okay. Unfortunately, really? Alright, I gotta do something right quick. Come here, little buddy. It's gonna get loud. Target acquired. Magnus, that's enough, buddy. Oh, you jerk! For real? Okay, at least this is a low-risk game where I don't have to worry about, like, humans actually tampering with my game. Crap. Okay, yeah, that was my bad. I'm out of arrows, and the flying jerk that killed me disappeared. Hey, Agnes, enough. No, I do not. Well, then I'll answer it from your room. Because I'm streaming and I have no intention of having that thing going on. What's the point of having it plugged in if no one's going to answer it? This is why I need my own studio. Hey, right here. Right here. Come here. Get up here. Come on, bud. Alright, I'm not going to drive my viewers nuts, okay? Instead, we're going to stay right here. We're going to wait until everyone's settled down. See you when you get back. I know. You're mad because you don't get to go with. That's all this is. You're just mad. You're throwing a little puppy temper tantrum. You want to hear something really annoying? Go get him. Hey. Magnus. She's gone, buddy. She's already left. Are you done? Are you done? Hey. Come here. Enough. Okay. That's enough. It's never enough. I should have known better. Well, I didn't get that particular big flying dork. In fact, that big flying dork made me look like a moron. So does little wolf. Hey! Enough! Get up there and lay down. Hey! I said get up there and lay down. Magnus. Get up there and lay down. Like he's a dog. He doesn't even understand what screaming is. Oh. Yeah, that might have had something to do with it. Gee. Anyway, I was gonna go do a bird hunt tonight, but I really don't think we're set up for that yet. And that would be a big help towards that end, but I believe that we're going to call it at the end. Hey! I think we're just going to call it a day with this part of the stream. Mostly because my fiance is going to be home soon and will be doing her streams, so out of respect for her and her trying to do the same thing I'm doing, we're going to not hit the box, please. We're gonna probably scoot here in a couple minutes. Hey! Enough! None of that! None of that! Hey! Oh my lord. You'd think someone took away his favorite toy. We'll... Oh my. Well then, I guess I have enough arrows to go do this stuff. Hey. Shh. Get up there and lay down. Behave. Behave. Magnus, behave. Dude. I'm doing stuff. You need to respect your honor and listen. It's okay. By the time I have the money, I'm going to build a separate room off the back of this place, and it's going to be soundproof. Okay. There's occasionally one that spawns around here. It'd be nice to have one. Okay. We'll look to see if we can find another flying bird. Or I might actually grab it off stream. Maybe. I'm not sure about that one. I'd really like to... That is a tombat. Are you? Guess I answered that question real quick, huh? It's either an egg or a box, and I'm hoping for either one. It's an egg. Okay. You know, that settlement is like right there. While King Paka does have a chance to give you the schematic for the legendary bow, which is a good choice, I'm solo in this one. Which changes a few variables. Number one, I want at least a Daydream and a Daisy before I even think about it. Number two, my level has to be higher than it is now. I am not even going to chance it at my current level. And number three, and probably the most important, I need a better weapon. What you got? Oh, I can actually just outright buy supplies from him too. That's nice. And it's an idea. Most of these are just cosmetic though. And I will definitely be looking at the wiki on that later. Oh, grenades don't really hold a whole lot of value, do they? No. Anyway. Oh, that's okay. I'll just set up another ranch with like 4 mows in it and assign them specifically to the ranch. And they'll just be my money printer. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Not a terrible idea at all, actually. Mao in this game is a black cat, and if you put it in a ranch, it kind of has an Egyptian styling to it, but if you put it into a ranch, if you especially like put 4 of them in there, they basically make money for you. And that's not a joke either. They literally like they function as essentially the money printer of this game. There we go. And like the way that outfit looks a little better too. Not much. And it has a very punk look to it, but that's okay. Also, dude's got some AR mags in his belt and is using a bow. Kind of thought I should point that out. Okay. We are a no on the meat cleaver, however, we're a ways away from having the metal helm, so yeah. I hate to say it, but I kind of need the help, so. I mean, unless I find a good schematic for something in a chest somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, so I was trying to get the bird because it can fly you to the Sanctuary Islands. And the Sanctuary Islands have chests in them that have the potential to have really good gear in them. I mean, like, really good. Like, slap your knee good. I don't know, I just came up with that out of nowhere. It probably made no sense to say either. But. Okay, so no to that. It doesn't go in that box. Neither does that. Okay. You know what? Go ham.
Huh?
Okay. Give this area a little hover over.
Huh?
I know what I heard. I know what I heard. Must be losing my mind. I went silent because I thought I heard the ringing of an alpha being around. Unless it was just wishful thinking on my part, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I heard an alpha. Excuse me. I must just be crazy because, like, I know what I heard. I'll have to go back through the live stream and make sure that it was an alpha. It kind of sounds like a weird whirring sound. I'm gonna have to go back through the play-by-play and see what's up. Because I know I heard the sound of an alpha being around.
There it is. What?
Well, that's always a welcome thing.
What?
That's right. Climb, you beautiful blonde bastard. With soulless eyes that look like, you know, you suffered from the penance stare. I mean, until you get closer and you realize his eyes are actually red with black lights. I did him that way on purpose. It's to symbolize the soullessness of streaming and kidding. I'm not that deep, nor am I even remotely capable of thinking such emo BS anymore. Maybe when I was in high school, but that was almost 10 years ago. No. So I have to mute myself. Because I have a call coming in. Hey, baby.
I stopped by Dollar Tree real quick to grab a bottle of my Sunny D. Do you want caffeine?
Mountain Dew, yes, please.
Alright.
And like a chippy snack. Actually, the cheese puff snack.
You want a chippy snack?
Like the cheese corn things.
Ah, the Chester's popcorn.
Yes, or the cheese balls. One of the two. I don't care
That's
which.
what you want.
Either the Chesters or the cheese poofs. I'm not.
Okay, I didn't catch what that last part was. Your screen froze.
Either the Chesters or the cheesy poofs. I don't care which.
Okay.
I love you.
I love you too.
I'll see you when you get home.
I'll see you when I get home.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. That was my fiance. I have a few more minutes, but then I have to wrap this up so she can have some streaming time as well. We are sharing the same streaming space because it's what we have to work with. So I do it while she's at work, and when she gets off work, she does her own. If you want to check her out, I will post her channel in my description. I'll have to post it after I'm done. I have to get that bird, if I can even get that bird. Not that bird. I was contemplating holding off until I can get a vanworm, which is like a fire-breathing bird of hell, basically. Which, I know that sounds bad if you're a Christian, but like, if you need something that... If you need a bird that breathes fire, then you really need a bird that breathes fire, you know. And a worm that breathes fire is just as good in that context. The flying dork took off after he... Oh, I think I saw his wing tip just a little bit. Well, if I did, he decided to vanish, which... I don't know, there's a part of me that's kind of glad he did. Maybe I was just seeing a tree glitch or something. Actually, if I'm gonna go after a gumming, I really need that bird. I'm not sure Chillet can swim. I have 5. I need 100. That is a whack. Get the ball. Stop using the good ones. I don't need another one of those. Oh. Oh, that is a long glide, and I'm not sure I can make it. Problem is if I can't make it, I'm basically dead. Basically dead. The thing about being basically dead in games means that you're not exactly dead. Fortunately, I might be able to pull something out of my butt. And not that way either, ha ha. Freaks. Okay, there's one of the bridges I was looking for. Oh, the syndicate thugs. The syndicate thugs and the Free Power Alliance jerks are at war with each other. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, and they're going after a floppy too. That's right, I'm up here. Have my chillet. Stunned. No. Get me out of that stun. think you're gonna pay that price.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh. Huh. Huh.
No, no. I guess he didn't want to pay that price. It's a shame. I could have given him unlimited food. Yeah. Oh man, why do I have to be such a low level? Oh, that's a kick in the you-know-what. But yeah, I do believe that this is going to be the end of this particular stream. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the content. It was kind of lengthy, I know. I kind of overdoing it with these. It was almost 4 hours long. But hopefully y'all found my first like 5 minutes of this enlightening. Actually, first hour of me going off. But leave a like and a subscribe or a dislike and you know, a comment, one of the two, or any combination of the above. And I will see you on the next one.